Story 4. The Windsor, North Carolina Massacre. The Ghost of June 6, 1993. Windsor, North Carolina had always been the kind of small town people easily overlooked on a map, a peaceful place where time seemed to barely move. With its tiny population, everyone knew everyone, and the quiet streets always carried the scent of pine and country wind. In a place like that, evil felt like something distant, something that belonged elsewhere. But on June 6, 1993, Windsor lost that innocence forever. That evening was unusually hot and suffocating. Below Grocery, the little store everyone in town visited, was still lit, its air conditioning humming softly as employees prepared to end their shift. None of them knew that within minutes, the entire town would be plunged into a nightmare it would never escape. Around 10 p.m., a strange man walked into the store. He wore a low baseball cap, his face swallowed by the harsh neon lights, making it nearly impossible to see his expression. The employees assumed he was just a late customer, but when he pulled a gun from inside his worn-out coat, the air in the room tightened like a fist closing around their throats. No shouting, no dramatic threats. He simply spoke in a low voice that made the skin on their arms crawl. "Everyone down. Don't look at me." Terrified, they obeyed. He began tying them up one by one, using ropes he had clearly prepared beforehand. Then he dragged them to the back of the store, where the cold floor tiles gleamed under the flickering light. And then he did something no one could have imagined. He stacked them on top of each other. Layer after layer of trembling bodies, like objects being arranged rather than human beings. The smell of fear mixed with sweat, creating a thick, nauseating air that made several people close to fainting. Then the gunshots began. One shot, two shots, then more. The bullets tore through the bodies at the top, then the ones beneath, and then further down, until the screams turned into sobs, and the sobs faded into silence. Blood seeped onto the tile floor, pooling into dark, sticky patches. But buried in that pile of bodies, one person survived. She had been near the bottom. The others had shielded her, and the bullet grazed only her shoulder. She held her breath, eyes shut tight, waiting for death to find her. But the attacker walked away. Not in a rush, not in panic, just calmly, as if he had finished a routine task. When the police arrived, they froze in horror. It was the most brutal crime scene Windsor had ever seen. A massacre, cold, calculated, merciless. The survivor, shaking uncontrollably, her voice cracking, recounted every detail she could remember. Each word felt like a blade slicing into the minds of everyone listening. The shadowed face, the ropes, the way he stacked the bodies, the way he pulled the trigger without hesitation. The town spiraled into months of terror. People refused to leave their homes after sunset. Below Grocery shut down permanently. Families eyed strangers with suspicion. Police searched, questioned, hunted, but the gunman vanished, as if he had never existed at all. The worst part was this: no motive, no identity, no answers, no closure. The Below Massacre of 1993 didn't just steal lives, it carved a permanent wound in the soul of Windsor, a chilling mystery that continues to haunt the small town to this day. Nobody